YouTube, what is going on, you drop-dead gorgeous guardians of the internet? It is Mesa Sean back at it with some Destiny. And we're going to go over some DLC exotics, what we know about it. And guys, I appreciate your feedback on the other video for my exotic armor, DLC stuff, what we know about. You know, I felt a little funny about doing it because, again, I don't want to regurgitate stuff that's already out there on the internet. It's all out there to find, but it was apparent from the likes and lack of dislikes that you guys want me to do this stuff for you, so I have no problem doing it. So we're going to jump into it. We're going to go over some of the what we know exotic-wise, and then also, depending on time, I'll go over some of the raid stuff we know that's coming down the pike. Alright, so the first one, we've seen this all over the interwebs, and it is called Chasm. Now, if we look at this, it's an auto rifle, and look at that rate of fire and impact. What does that remind me of? I always compare it to the Dr. Nope, which means huge rate of fire, but no impact. So this screams to me, no PvP for Sony. But the two key attributes that's going to come with this thing is Cursebringer, where precision kills are going to give you a, it's going to trigger a cursed thrall explosion. So obviously lend itself to PvE. And then also you're going to have rangefinder, where if you ADS, aim down sight, you're going to increase this range. So looks like a pretty cool gun. I definitely like the way it looks, but I've only seen a few pictures on the internet, but we've seen the name everywhere. But I would say definitely PvE, I'm not touching this thing in the Crucible. Next one is really interesting because it's a sniper rifle, but it's got a mod called Primary Care, which you can equip this as a primary weapon. So look at the range on that thing. My man KJ Hovey's going to have a field day on you guys in the Crucible because he's going to have two sniper rifles on him. He's going to have his, what's his favorite? I think it's Predator's Revenge, I think is his favorite sniper. He's going to have this and No Land Beyond. Stay away from him in the Crucible. But aside from that special perk, the other two is going to be Mulligan. So if you miss a shot, you have a chance to get it returned directly to the magazine. And then also what's called the Master, where increased precision damage, killing briefly increases damage against the next target. And so far for the pictures we've seen, little pictures we can see, it looks really cool. Has a very, very old school, non-Destiny universe type look, which I dig. Now this thing is just absolutely cool looking. It's called Dragon's Breath, and it's a rocket launcher that does solar damage. And actually, one of the two key attributes are going to be tripod, so you can actually hold 3 shells in this. Reminds me of the Raid rocket launcher, which I love using. I forget the name, Hazen something, but it's got 3 tubes, and I love it. And then also you've got what's called Pyromancer, where rounds fired from this weapon leave a solar flare upon detonation. So this thing's going to be a beast and annoying everyone in the Crucible, and then also going to be wonderful in PvE situations. Next up, we got a shotgun called the Lord of Wolves. Now, does that mean it's going to be from the House of Wolves DLC and not this upcoming DLC? I don't know. You guys help me figure that one out. But it's going to be a shotgun, and the two key attributes, well, first off, it's a solar shotgun. First upgrade is going to be a hip fire modifier. Very good. I love any shotgun with a hip fire modifier. I need it. It's easier to hip fire shotguns. And then it's got what's called Devil's Touch, where stacking rapid hits, you got a chance to set your target on fire. So hopefully that's like some lingering type damage. Means if you don't kill them outright with that shot, you'll set them ablaze and they'll flame on and die a few feet later. Okay, next up we have Sweet Business. It's another shotgun, and this one's going to be a solar one. Check this out. One of the upgrades, it says a single trigger pull fires all 4 barrels. All right, that should be pretty interesting. I don't really have any good images of this thing, but I just can imagine what that means. Your other two upgrades is a Who's Next. So a kill with the final round in the magazine increases the reload speed. So it pays to fire all your rounds. Might get that kill and get that quick reload. And then you've got Return to Sender. So kills with this weapon grants some bonus ammo directly to that magazine. Very cool. You know me, I love my shotguns. I always say I'm not good with the fusion rifles in PvP, but love me some shotguns. As you can see in every PvP video, I'm using that full auto comedian because I really think I'm probably the only person that has a full automatic comedian. I made that video doing a review on it, and I had a million of you telling me that the comedian is not full auto. I don't know how I got that thing, so I guess the RNG gods did bless me for once. Now we've got a pretty cool scout rifle, the 347 Vesta Dynasty. Just a plain kinetic scout rifle, but it's got some interesting perks to it. One is called Goliath, where non-precision kills temporarily increases armor stat for 15 seconds. That's very, very cool. Next one is called David. Precision kills temporarily increases agility stat for 15 seconds. So I think you could pick one of those two. I don't think you could have them both. And your other one's going to be called Life Support. Recovering from near death grants additional ammo and briefly increases the reload speed. So looks like I would say overall this is definitely a PvE type of scout rifle. It's not any type of elemental damage, so you're going to be hard pressed to get me stop using my Vision of Confluence. I'll tell you that right there. But cool nonetheless. Now for raid weapons, there's a plethora of them. I'm just going to pick one from each category. One from primary, one from special, one for heavy that tweaks my interest the most. First one's called Abyss Defiant. Now this is a solar damage primary, and one of the first two modifiers looks like you just choose one out of the other. You can't have both. Hip fire, so you get a bonus accuracy for firing from the hip, or focus fire, a la Service Regime. So when you ADS, aimed on sight, you're going to cause additional damage, but the weapon's going to fire slower. Then some other upgrades, you got what's called Lich, L-I-C-H, Lich Bane. Projectiles have a chance to disorient Hive Wizard, so again, lending itself to this raid. And then you've got what's called Hive Disruptor. This weapon deals bonus damage to stronger Hive enemies. So really like it that they're going the same route again, just like they did with the Vault of Gliggity Glass, that the raid weapons will pretty much help you the most in the raid. I mean, like, Atheon's Epilogue, I don't really use it anywhere else but the raid. Confluence, I do use that all over the place, but I just love the fact that these primaries will have indeed elemental damage. Now for the special weapon, I want to go over this fusion rifle. It's called Light of the Abyss, and I could see this being a hella problem in PvP if they don't nerf the fusion rifles. Please, Bungie, nerf them. Sorry, okay, anyway. This is going to be a arc damage fusion rifle. It's got a hip fire modifier. It's got also range finder, so aiming this weapon down, if you ADS, it's going to increase its range, and then you've got another Hive Disruptor, so it deals bonus damage to the stronger Hive enemies. So obviously this is going to lend itself to the raid, but I see this thing being very annoying in PvP, and I'm only saying that because if you watch my last video on the... Oh wait, no, this video is going to go up. I do my Plan C... I'm sorry guys, I'm all over the place. I did my Plan C exotic review, and I talk a bit about fusion rifles and my thoughts on them, but I want to gather your thoughts on what you think Bungie should do with the fusion rifles in regards to the Crucible, because I think they need some changing, and I think you might too. Next up, we have a Arc Damage LMG. It's called the Song of Your Yut. No, I'm not saying that right. I don't care. Arc Damage. First thing we see is Dark Breaker. Projectiles will overpenetrate the Hive Knight Wall of Darkness. And then your next attributes are going to be Grenadier. So kills with this weapon can reduce cooldown time of your grenade. And then we see also, again, that Hive Disruptor. So one thing I want to point out. So it's pretty cool that all these raid guns pretty much lend themselves to the next raid. Does that mean that we go and dismantle and throw in the garbage all of our Vault of Glass weapons? Probably not, but they seriously got to give us a bigger vault, because I am just so... I have so many legendaries and exotics now, it's really clogging up my vaults, clogging up my characters. I have to keep going to Bungie.net to see who has what, and when I'm going to do what particular raid or Nightfalls, and I got constantly go back to the vault. I really hope they do something with the vault, or give us something bigger, because especially when this raid, when the new DLC comes out, we're going to have way too many guns to keep in that vault. So that is it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I don't want to regurgitate stuff that's on the internet, but I'm almost at 12,000 subs, or no, like 11,000 and a half, I think. I don't know. You guys have just been wonderful coming to the channel in droves. I really appreciate it. I still get baffled when I see the like to dislike ratio, because I guess what I'm doing is paying off. You guys know me. I'm not a braggart. I don't script anything. I never say that I'm a beast. That's why, see, when people try to troll me about KDR and stuff like that, go look at it. I'll tell you what it is. Sometimes it's a 1, sometimes it's a 1.5, sometimes it's a 1. And there's many games where I go negative. Go look it up. I'm normal. I'm average. I'm just like everyone else. So, I don't know. I just thought it's the end of the video. So what does that mean? Sean's in babble mode. Time to turn this off. So drop a like on this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean, and check out my stream. Links will be in the description. Alright? You stay beautiful, Guardians.